The world is changing, but is your portfolio? Think about it. Your lifestyle is more globalized, so your assets should be globalized too. Now, we're going to talk about what's really holding that back and what we can do to fix it. Now, this video is not necessarily a sales pitch. It's going to be a session on strategy. So you're going to learn what's possible today with on-chain real estate and why it's becoming the future of wealth preservation. So when we think about, legacy real estate, we're talking about an asset class that's illiquid, literally geographically concentrated, paper-heavy processes, full of friction. And if you ever wanted to buy and sell, you can't rebalance your portfolio efficiently. It literally takes you months. Now, if you ever considered investing abroad, building an international portfolio, that system is also broken. You ever dealt with, foreign mortgages? Literally nearly impossible. The legal systems, a maze, You've got different time zones, you've got slow brokers. Global investing itself wasn't necessarily, designed for individual investors. It's more designed for institutions, which means that the emerging markets where the real opportunities are locked away from everyday investors. So what do most property investors do? They stay local. They stay overexposed to their local geographical location and concentrated in markets that probably peaked 10 years ago. But why does this matter now? Real estate today is evolving and evolving fast. And I'm going to show you some numbers to show you where the smart capital is going. To start, today we have 14 million digital nomads worldwide, and that's expected to reach 60 million by 2030. Now, when you think about, the global population, it might not seem much, but this growth rate means that the global living will eventually become the default, not necessarily the exception, right? If you follow the trend of that. Now, when we think about these tourist markets, within 70% of these tourist markets, short-term rentals outperform long-term rentals, which means there's opportunities here for higher yields, greater flexibilities, and with this increased demand, this supports a diversified global strategy. Now, look at this. Emerging markets can produce up to 22% in annual returns. And we're talking about places like Africa, Southeast Asia. These are the geographical locations that's actually outpacing the West. Even if you consider a market like Dubai, since 2021, capital appreciation has increased 75%. That's literally in the last 4 years. So when we talk about markets with infrastructure and investor demand, we can now see exponential appreciation, especially when access improves. Now, meanwhile, the future is arriving. Access is increasing. So these platforms already bring in live real estate opportunities on chain, and investors are already earning yields across all borders. So how is global ownership even possible? Now, these assets are held in SPVs, so they're accessible across multiple jurisdictions. This gives you a legal structure which gives the individual investors enforceable rights to the property itself, not just the digital claim. So because the SPV holds the title of that asset and the token holders own the shares in the SPV, therefore they own the asset. This allows you to have global reach with local control. So because these SPVs can be formed in tax advantage compliant jurisdictions, this enables borderless access with the legal clarity for investors worldwide. So here's a quote: "Diversification is the only free lunch in investing." So tokenized real estate is about programmable ownership. So it's not just about the crypto, it's about the infrastructure, literally buying, earning, and exiting faster, cheaper, and globally. This gives you options. So you can trade, you can borrow, and you can diversify across multiple markets and time zones without the usual friction. So with fractional ownership, why own $1 million property when you can put $100,000 across 10 properties across 4 continents? Literally, all yielding income. It gives you better allocation. You can reduce the risk of your portfolio. So where liquidity meets flexibility, you can trade your tokens, you can borrow on your tokens, and you can participate in government votes with your tokens. Or you could just hold for the long term. You're literally in control. So it's not about having money, it's about having options. So what are you really buying? You're buying time, optionality, and global income, not just square footage. And this isn't a speculative investment. There's already platforms like Oasis making this real, allowing you to get access to real projects, to earn real returns that gives you real ownership, already live. Now, this isn't new tech. This is new timing. So while most investors wait 5 years to act, you don't have to. While they're still researching, you could be earning now. So the question is, what kind of investor do you want to be? The one reacting or the one positioning? Now the world is open and your portfolio can be too. So this is about aligning with how wealth is evolving, not chasing hype, but building intelligently. So how do you start? You can sign up, create your account, complete the KYC, and once your account is approved, you can start investing in these projects. You can begin building a borderless income stream literally from your laptop. This way you can own the future literally. This is global real estate, but on your terms. If this helped you, please give a like or comment. But yeah, thank you for watching. Take care.